Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? Y'all probably can tell my wife not here. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, we on the rush to this music. My wife wrote it. Oh. All right. How y'all doing tonight out there? All right. I'm gonna have another guest coming up, but a couple of my guests, life happens. So by my wife not being here, this is what we're gonna do tonight. I got a couple of questions. A couple of ladies have sent in to me, and we just gonna be basically answering these questions. Now, I would like to put a disclaimer out there that I do not speak for all men. I just giving you my opinion and how I feel about it. Yes, my opinion can change if persuaded or somebody come up with a better way to look at a certain situation. All right, some of these questions I have read, some of these questions I have not read. So let's get into it. Okay, the first question is who should pay first on a date? Okay, who should pay first? Well, I guess whoever wanted to go on a date first. If she wanted to go on the date first, she if she came to you and want to go on a date first, she should pay. If he invites you out, he should pay just on the first date. Whoever pays on the first date, I think the other person should pay on the second date, and vice versa. All right. Um, what's the second question? How do you feel about makeup, less or more? Me personally, I don't wear makeup, but I'm assuming they're coming from a woman's. Me, I feel I don't have a problem with makeup because makeup, it don't stain your pillows no more, your sheets. It got the good makeup out. But I feel like a woman shouldn't depend on it. You shouldn't feel like you can't go anywhere. Oh, I ain't got my makeup on. I feel like it should guide your beauty, but not be your beauty, if that makes sense. All right. Sorry about that. I had a little technical difficulty. And I think it should aid your beauty. No, something happened. I thought I seen something cool. I think it should aid your beauty. And like, cause if you feel like you can't go to the store without makeup on your face, that's when I think it might be a little issue or whatever. All right. Oh, this one got personal. Okay. Is it okay for your wife or girlfriend to have guy friends? Well, well, my wife, that's where I'm coming from as a husband. We should have friends. It shouldn't be no. You shouldn't get a best friend after when we're married. Like I'm your best friend. You're my best friend. That's how friends. I think that works. But in dating, I think the same way. If you if you had a friend before your situation, before you got in the date, I feel that's okay. Like, because that was your male, female friend. But some guys, we stay in that friend zone because we're allowed to stay in that friend zone. As soon as something go wrong, we coming out that friend zone real quick. And I guess you gotta determine what type of friend he or she may be. If they got your best interest in mind, like you and your partner, y'all have an argument and they giving you both sides and not just a yes woman. Yeah, yeah, you right. You should leave him. Yeah. They should understand both sides of the situation if that's your friend. And your friend should be able to tell you, nah, I think you was wrong in that situation. Or I wouldn't have handled that situation different. But if your friend isn't like that, is that your friend or is that somebody just waiting for you to call them up? All right, here's another one. Here's another question. Is it annoying to receive messages while out with your boys? Is it annoying to receive messages? I mean, yeah. It depends on what the messages are. You know, all 911 messages should be okay. But it's when what you doing? Who you with? I told you who I was with before I left. Where y'all at? Unless it's an emergency, you know where that individual is going to be at, or you know who he's hanging around with. And that if you know where they're going to be at, I don't see no problem with, like, I'll be home when I get home. Like, I told you I was going out. I'm going out. All right. Why aren't guys more in touch with their feelings? Well, I feel guys are, I feel like we are in touch with our feelings. It just, sometimes our feelings aren't that deep or that complicated. Like, we'll say how we feel about a situation, and basically that's it. That's how I feel about that certain situation. Or, and then, I mean, some guys, us growing up in the 80s, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we was taught as men, as boys, men don't cry. If you got a problem, you handle your situation. You don't cry about it. You man up. You toughen up. And that's how I grew up. You toughen up. If you have to cry, you break down. You break down in your closet. You break down in your house. Just because you don't want that perception. We didn't want that perception that you see a man cry, he's weak. Oh, he's soft. Something wrong with him. He ain't right. I mean, me personally, I don't cry. I don't cry in public. I mean, that's just me personally. I feel like shouldn't nothing get me to that point, if that's understandable. Okay. And going back to that question, like, and some guys, we were so into our some guys are so into their feelings. It's like when they get in that relationship and they get heartbroken, it kind of draws them back. It kind of make them feel, okay, I did this and this, and this hurt my feelings. Like, no, I'm not going through that situation again. I did this, I did this, I did that, and this still happened to me. So we pretty much, or you tell somebody, you tell your significant other, you express your feelings, your emotions, and then it turns around, it's used against you. Now now you feel like, hey, I didn't give this person a weapon to weaponize against me, myself. And so most of us be like, hey, keep the feelings pushed down. We basically keep our feelings pushed down. Because we're not trying to, we've seen something happen before, we don't want that feeling again. So it's not, we don't express our feelings, is we tried it. Some guys have tried it, they've seen the outcome. And it could be you seen what your homeboy did, you knew how he felt about her, and the way she did him, now you like, nah, I'm good. I don't want no parts of that. All right, let's go. What's this one? How do you know if you are a good father? Whew. How do you know if you're a good father? I mean, mm, I mean, to me, how do you know if you're a good father? I say that what I do personally, I try to judge the way I grew up. If I if I can make my kid, because as a man, my kids are my legacy, and I want my kids to have more than what I have. I want them to be more. especially more financially, more emotionally savvy than I was. I just want them to be better. I feel like if they're better than I am, then I succeeded. If they see, if I can help their dreams come true, then I feel like I won. Because mainly, I mean, I think we want our kids to live on to, yeah, basically be better than me. I want my kids to be better than me. I want my kids to be like, yeah, Dad, I got this. Yeah, yeah, Dad, look what I got. Dad, remember you had one house? I got 6 houses. I want, and each generation, my grandkids, my great grandkids, I want each generation to do better than the last generation. Because it's certain things me growing up, I was unaware of. And my kids now have that knowledge of awareness. So I think to answer the question, I guess I'll know if I'm a good father if my kids surpass me. And I guess that's what I'm pushing for because I want my kids to be better than me. All right. All right. What is this? Okay. Have you and your wife had an argument? Yes. Uh, oh yes. Oh yes. I feel like, well, we don't call it arguments more. You probably already know. We call it heated fellowships. And I feel like it's natural to have that. Just the art. Just the. I guess it's healthy to a certain extent. I think if it's, you know how you can argue with somebody, we can be cool, but we just got different opinions on the situation. And if you real passionate and I'm passionate, we're not really yelling at each other. We just want our point across. And I guess once you take that time, like, okay, you speak, I speak. We still might not disagree, but if you feel like you got off what's on your chest and I got off what's on my chest, then we can come to a compromise. All right, got another question. What about generational wealth? Should families try to pass money, resources down? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because I think it's so much that our parents didn't know. Like they didn't know about it. And we do know about it. And it's gonna be some stuff I don't know about. That my kids be like, Dad, if you do this and this, we generational wealth, yes. I believe in yes, I think you should leave your kids something. Like they're your kids. Like I think you should because the big thing is credit. Like a lot of us growing up, we had different stuff in our names, but that won't we didn't own the lights, but it's in my name. So do I own them? So I mean, we pretty much, that credit is very, very important. And I think they don't really teach that in school, but as parents that we know, now we know the value of a dollar. As we got older, we knew the value of a dollar. We knew if we paid $200 for these pair of shoes, we might not get another pair of shoes until next month. We kind of as you get older, you're like, nah, I'm really ain't gonna spend this much this time on that. So and that and that's by us, and we can pass that on to our kids. All right, and I mean, pass pass money down, resources down. Uh, a good thing is wheels, like a wheel, like At first, I ain't never think about no will what? Something happened to me, something happened. Mama gonna get everything, whatever. But a will is important, basically. Like if you don't know, I suggest you just dab into it. Especially if you have a family, anything can happen. I guess that's what insurance is. Anything can happen. And you wanna because then you don't want them scrambling after you left, trying to get everything in order. Okay, got another question. What about how many people are becoming entrepreneurs? A lot of our parents and their parents weren't taught to own. Oh, yes, that's totally right. I mean, I really saw a rise in entrepreneurs, especially when COVID hit. I think COVID was a curse and a blessing. Like the people who lost their lives during the COVID, my heart goes out. But it also, I just love our people. We found a way to make it. We found a way, the way you put us in a situation, the way we rise. People's like, hey, I got this skill. I can go in business for myself. And then when they join with somebody else, and before you know it, boom. I mean, it's like we didn't know it was so many. It's so many different tables out there. You can go have a seat at this table. Now you can build your own table. It's like, okay, black and brown business had access to information that many didn't know existed. That's totally true. That's totally true. It's like because you like, okay, I got all right, I want to have a family. Let me get a job. I need a job. Or I ain't go to college. I need a job. I need a job to pay bills, keep afloat. And then I think what happens is when you get stuck in, okay, my bills getting paid, my kids is eating, but you're not really happy at your job. You're not. You like, I'm here. I'm here because it gives me a check. And the scary part is if I leave this job and if I go after what I really want to do, what happens if I fail? What happens if I don't make it? How many people depending on me? So it's that fear that you want to do it, but that fear is like, no, I have life. It's not just me anymore. It's not just if I don't go to work, I don't eat. But now it's if I don't go to work, my kids, my family don't eat. So it's that fear. And like I said during COVID, the blessing was you saw a lot of people coming out that fear. You saw a lot of people, if I fall, I can just get back up now. And now it's so many different programs out there that will help you. Like if you had she real good. She real good at cooking. She done sold a couple of places. Now she can get a business. And with the business, it's like getting your stuff in order. It's different to have a business, but to be a registered business, to have insurance, and that goes from leaving wealth and resources for your family. Like there's so many resources. We're not gonna go all into the different resources in your community. There's so much money out there that they're trying to give away, but certain things you don't even know about. I didn't even know about it. Certain things I learned from my wife, like, oh, they had this out. Why didn't nobody tell us? They didn't teach me this in school. Cause I felt like, school was basically they taught me what I needed to know to pass that test. Certain things I learned in school, I was able to transfer into the real world. But a lot of stuff was basically that's how I felt. Like, okay, let me learn this so I can pass this test next week. Oh, we got somebody else coming in. Yeah, I know. Give me a little time. You know, I ain't good with this technology. Hold on. All right, let me see if he in there. Gabe.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. How you doing today?
All right.
All right. Yeah, we ain't doing the couple things. Time got a little busy. And you know,
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't good on that technology. Hey, y'all, I just wanted to let y'all know I just sent him the invite probably like 10 minutes ago. Maybe 20 minutes ago. He got the all right. So basically, I'm gonna read a couple of the questions. I just got a couple of questions.
I was on here when Tanya was posting them. I commented on one of them. I guess she didn't see it, but I was up here the whole time.
Oh,
I
all
was
right, all
waiting.
right. Well,
I was
go
waiting for
ahead.
you to accept me in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know. I'm new to all this. You know, I just got an email,
All right.
so I'm trying to figure all this other stuff out.
But yeah,
You remember
I
what
pretty much
question you commented
agree. I
on?
pretty much. Well, as far as the first question was, what was the first question?
Who should pay? Who should pay for the first date?
I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've done both, but it was on some old. It was weird. It was already done before I even got there, though. So I was like, yeah, it was already taken care of. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
We
How
need.
you know how much I'm
He
gonna
didn't
eat?
ask me. Long ain't he asked me about desserts and nothing. It'd be all to take care of. Who the fuck? Hey, listen, word. I thought I done nigga did the shit just to be funny. I'm looking around like, who the fuck over here eyeing me? Somebody
PM
did this shit to be funny. But now, lo and behold, it happened to me once before. But me personally, it's like a. I mean, women may feel like right now that they dealing with an equality thing, far as if you say it's only a man should do something, they want to prove it opposite. But just as far as old school ways, tendencies, and chivalry, a man should be doing all that. Listen, this is what I'm saying. A man should take care of the dates and all the small stuff. When y'all become a couple, y'all go half. When y'all become married, he take care of the majority. You take care of the little. I mean, if he got it, he do the whole. I mean, that's how it should. Now,
Yeah.
if the woman is the breadwinner, those situations they just different situations. That doesn't mean it applies to everyone, but there are some situations where the woman she might make more than the man, or she might be the breadwinner. But that doesn't mean. I mean, that whole statement shouldn't apply to them because I think it only applies to dating singles, not people who are already like within a relation or someone who
Yeah.
got I don't know too many women who are going into relationships with a dude who ain't got no job unless they like young or some shit like that. But I know grown
Yeah.
ass woman, she ain't really going into a whole relationship
Yeah.
like
She really gotta see something in that brother. She really gotta see, oh, you got potential.
yeah, gotta be
All
something.
right, I'm about to hit you a couple more of these, James. See how
All
you.
right, what's the other one?
All right. What was that other one? All right. How do you know if you are a good father?
How it's like that's like saying how you know if you're a good planner, a good farmer, a good architect, a good craftsman. It's all in what's taught and what's reciprocated. And you said I'm making everybody dizzy. Oh, hold on, my bad.
No.
Cause I got Gabby here. Hold on. Well, get
No, that's
Gabby out
how I
here.
talk too, man. Sometimes you gotta walk around with it.
Nah, cause I got Gabby with my foot. Man, I'm
Oh,
walking around circles with Gabby. But I check this out. When you're in a situation where you're looking at just the child, or you're looking at the inner reactions and how the child was raised, that all plays a factor. Just because of the child could be raised horribly but come out great. The child could be raised great and come out bad. So it's like you can say you're a good father when you have a direct reflection of, okay, good or bad, I gave it my all. Because sometimes you could give it your all and that child be crazy. So you just got to go out and just giving it your all. Because nowadays these kids get down be giving the world and still be crazy.
yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, like me, I felt like I had said like I will I will only know as time goes on. Cause me, like you said, being an architect, you don't know if you're a good architect until your building go up. You don't know you're a good planner until you see what you produce. And like I said, like I feel like if my kids have more than me, then I'm winning.
Yeah, I heard you when you say that. And
Yeah, like
I agree
I'm
with you
winning.
too on those terms too, because a lot of what we came up from was far worse. But
Yes.
as time is evolving, they're actually getting more privileges, more things given to them, and they getting more rotten, or they get more like focused. But like Tanya said, or someone said about generational wealth, and they teaching us how to own. I think that's what we start by breaking that curse by, instead of saying, we're gonna just pass it down the wheel or pass it down the money. Listen, we're gonna pass you down to how to run this business, how to make millions, how to go out there and get this, or how to figure out to get from point A to point B and be successful by the time you get to point C. Like, I mean, sometimes you
Oh
got to
yeah.
tell a kid, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, just so they can figure it out. And that might be the same thing with financial and generational wealth. We got to say, you know what, stop just waiting for it to fall out of book or from a teacher. Like, teach our kids as we teaching them ABCs.
Yes. Yes.
But what's the last question? It was one more,
Uh,
right?
no, it was a couple on there had hit me with.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I hit it.
I can't see the
All right.
chat no more.
Is it annoying to receive messages while you are out with your friends? Is it annoying to receive messages from your significant other while you are out with your friends?
So if I say, so you saying if I go out with the fellas or
Yeah,
coworkers
you
or
going out
someone
with
and
the
I
fellas.
receive messages, how could that be? I mean, we grown. What the fuck you worried about my phone for? That's how I be thinking. What you worried about my phone for?
Yeah.
Nosy, like, I mean, I don't be around people who be like, "Hey, you're in your phone too much." I mean, I be in staff meetings, people be on their phone. Like, everyone like is like that era where the phone is glued in your hand. Like 10, 15 years ago, you couldn't think about being in a staff meeting where everybody on their phone in the middle of a meeting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
like
nowadays, like texting and all of that is
no, I'm talking about it's fellas night and Cherie keep texting you. Not saying she does, but how would you feel? Would you be annoyed with it, or would you be like, I know the first time it's
it
like,
depends on what she texted me about though.
yeah, okay.
Now that'll play some. Now she just texting me to be funny. Okay, stop being funny. I'm
Yeah.
chilling. Or she's being annoying. Calm
What you
down. Or
doing?
if she
Where you
also,
at? Who you
but if
with?
she, I mean, that could be a whole different other. I be like thinking it's something else.
Yeah. What time you coming home?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Is it okay for your wife or girlfriend to have guy friends?
It's okay, but it's like a respect thing. Like certain, like I don't know, like the way I see it is, you can have a million goddamn friends, as long as they learn to never cross that nigga line. As long as you keep your ass across that nigga line, don't bring your punk ass across that invisible nigga line. Nigga, we can be friends, go to dates, hang out. You go to the house, chill. I don't give a fuck what you do.
All right. What do you feel about new guy friends? Like not old guy friends before you came in the picture. You in the picture a year and a half in.
And
Oh,
then a new guy friend.
I got a new
Well,
guy friend, Antonio.
okay, let's say it's a new guy friend. I'll be like, I'm gonna just think that if we've been together that long, any person new, they should strongly know about what's going on right here. Long as,
Right.
hey,
That's how
listen,
I feel. They should be
this is the
our
way I
new
feel.
friends.
If a person know about what's going on right here and they decide to cross that line, that mean they can get all the smoke. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit is no problem. No problem, my man. No problem. No problem. You understand? We ready. Let's
Yeah.
go. They can get all that. I mean, I be chilling though. I be I be chilling until I feel some type of way or shit just be seeming odd. So like if it don't seem odd or seem like a nigga trying to be a nigga on the low, I don't mind about friends though. Like I said, as long as if a dude know you got a man and he respected and he cared like that, he a cool dude. But once he be on that other than, I mean, because I've been that
Yeah.
other dude before.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I've seen it, and I've seen it done firsthand. So I mean, it's like I've been there, done that, seen it done. I know how that shit go. Women may think that shit don't go like that until they have like a homegirl who was like a whore and they was their friend, and then next thing you know, that homegirl tried to sleep with their man and they found
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
Then
And
then
sometimes,
they understand why niggas be like, oh yeah, that's how we feel about niggas. Period. Like we
yeah,
gotta watch niggas.
yeah. And also, I mean, sometimes like I can recall like certain situations with females, like I don't sense nothing from it, but she might say, "Nah, she trying to get a little too close to you, babe." Like,
See,
nah,
but
she,
the crazy thing is a woman can have that woman's intuition about a goddamn woman. But let us say, hold up. That shit seem a little too friendly. Nah, he cool. I know him since I was in fifth grade. Me, that nigga used to play in the sandbox. Bitch, I don't Oh, listen, your
we was
sister. I mean, not your sister, your wife. Your wife and your sister-in-law have a lot of friends. I didn't accept that shit at first. I was like, this shit is weird. But then once I realized how popular they were, I was like, okay, they famous on the low, and they famous for being cool as shit.
yeah,
So when you like got somebody like that's like a popular, it's like you dating the popular chick, the cool chick, and they're known for being cool. You gotta accept that. You can't be like,
yeah.
oh yeah, no, I don't want her to have friends, but you gotta understand, okay, she's always had friends. That's
Hmm.
part of her personality.
Yeah,
So I
and
had to accept it. If you
and
can't
just like
accept that shit, you're gonna be dealing with a lot though.
yeah, oh yeah, you can be one of them crazy dudes outside talking to himself. Just
Yeah,
that's like with my wife and her. You know, doing all these businesses and everything, and I'm like, it's automatic because you're gonna like her. You know what I'm saying? She got that personality, like you said. That's okay. She real cool. Like nah, like I ain't trying to holler. You know, she just cool. You know, like she just cool to be around. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no pressure. You
right.
know what I'm saying? She cool to be around. And me being already, I guess me being cool already. I kind of understand. All right. What else? All right. Let me. How do you feel about makeup? Less makeup, no makeup, or more makeup?
I mean,
How do you feel with women wearing makeup?
women or my woman?
Your
Now,
woman.
now women, I can speak a lot of some just they just don't know how to blend it in. It's like four different colors, so it look like a mask up here, but down by their face it look cute though. But you can see that line. That's what I don't like. For those
Yeah.
ones, I call it the clown shit, the extra shit. But some women, that's what they do to make them feel look cute. And then some women don't need it. Some women just do it every once in a blue. I mean,
Yeah.
me personally, I don't whatever. Long as that
Yeah.
shit don't get on long as that shit don't get on my collar, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. On the
I-
pillows.
yeah, that type of shit. Like,
Like
yeah,
you left your whole face on the pillow. You know what I'm saying?
that
like,
part.
like I don't, I mean, I do understand women wearing makeup, just by time you being in show business and everything, entertainment. I do understand the makeup, but I'm like, I don't want you to feel like you need makeup, if that makes sense. I don't want you to feel like you can't with me to the store unless you put 5 pounds of makeup on.
I
You
mean, there
you
are
look
some
like a
women
totally
like
different
that
person.
though. There are some women like that they feel like that's the part of their image. Just like a man with a bald head. Like, look, I feel it's a part of my image to go outside. I got to have a daggone hat on. If I don't have no hat on, this motherfucker gonna feel naked. I'm gonna feel like everybody's looking at me. Ah! Put that hat on. I feel like I got my rest of my outfit on, so that I
Uh-huh.
can understand that. But I mean, I've seen it to the extreme too, though. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Google.
I
Some
done
of them
seen it
jokes,
where it was like,
some of
who
them
are
jokes
you
be
again?
tropical.
Like, who are you again? I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know you when you look like this. Like, I didn't know you. Like,
And that the transformations be a motherfucker though.
yes, it does.
Like, damn, huh? Wow.
All right, this is the last one. All right, why aren't guys more in touch with their feelings?
I'm a Cancer. We emotional, so I don't know. I'm an emotional being anyway, and I'm sorry. My heart all the way on my sleeve. Goddamn, I should have tatted that shit on my sleeve. Yeah, right. I wear my heart on my sleeve like a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna hold you. For real.
see, see what with me growing up, it was more like your feelings. You keep that bottled up. Like if you feel a certain type of way about a certain situation, you're not allowed to cry about it. You're not allowed to show emotion about it because once you show, now certain what they call it now your ops knows what can get to you. Now people know,
Oh, okay. I
okay,
feel
if
you.
I do that to him, he emotional. I know how to get to him. And we was taught like you don't show no emotion.
And
I mean,
that's
as
that's
growing up, that's how I was across the board. Hey, nah, you suck that up. What you mean you going through something mentally? Man, you don't suck that shit up, man. K your ass. Man, if you don't go
that.
ahead and have you a shot or something.
Yeah.
And with my kids, like kids are emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got girls, so I'm like, yo, this is a lot of emotion right now, yo. Yo, you need to, and I don't want to put what I had in me on them. So I guess I want to compromise with them. Like, look, if you're gonna cry into our emotion, cry in the house. Like,
Check this. But check
don't go
this
out,
out though.
don't go
This how
outside crying all the time. Like, if you want to cry, cry in your room, cry in the house. I might mess with you a little bit, but that's me.
check
Like,
this out. I don't think like a lot of the things we look at is based on time, but time you got to look at it like this. We evolved as humans, we evolved as parents. Because how we used to parent back in the 30s, 40s, the 70s, the 80s to now, every era has their own evolve and they have their own faults. So when we get to this point that life where everything is emotional and everything is digital and everything is more seen, so that's gonna make a person feel more and express more totally different than the way they used to do back in the day. Back in the day, like you said, we used to just bottle that shit up and just deal with it. But now it's like everything's on the phone, everything is right there. So how we parent and how we teach them how to evolve and deal with it, that's gonna all play a factor in the next generation to come because we're dealing with a lot right now.
yeah,
These emotions are off the charts. Like I'm in
cause
a
I
house full of three girls. That shit crazy, all different ages.
Cause I done
Uh,
I done read. I mean, I haven't went through it with my kids, but it was called cyberbullying. And to me, I still feel, I have a little understanding, but I feel like, how can somebody cyberbully you when you can just hang up or close your laptop? I mean,
yeah.
that's just like you said, I haven't evolved yet to understand how you can get bullied when you can just close your laptop.
Exactly.
I mean, I ain't really sure how the social media works, but I
It's,
can
it's,
see the
it's,
book.
it's ways like
I'm not gonna go up there again. Oh, y'all being mean to me. I'm not gonna go up there. But
but
you
that's
know what I'm
how we
saying?
taught though. Nowadays they only taught the technology is free. Everyone once you got it, it's yours. You can do what you want with it. But we don't teach our kids how to engage in the cyber because we don't, like you say, we fully understand it. So how can
Yeah,
we teach them how to engage in an imaginary world? Our imaginary world was in our head. Y'all
yeah,
imaginary worlds at your fingertips. So
yeah.
it's like
Because it's like somebody can say something to you, but they live way across the country, and I'm like, but you're not even here. Like, how can you? I will hang up on you. Like, no, wrong number. Like, no. As
but
you
people
know what I'm
don't,
saying, but
it's
I
like
guess I
I don't
was
know why they
kind of
don't think
like
like
that
that.
growing up. If I didn't like what you were saying, it was either two things: either I walk away or we handle it. Like now with the bullying, like I said, I'm like I said to everybody out there, I'm new to all this social. I don't understand a lot of it. Like I don't understand, but I guess that'll be okay. I share what you say, Gabe. Evolve as a parent.
Man, I look at it like this. They feel as if it's free country, free space, free internet. So if you're in a space and someone comes in this space and talks crap to you, that's unacceptable. Even in the cyberspace where it's all free, it's supposed to be whatever you want to be.
Hmm.
But I don't know. But I think like that cyberbullying, that shit is
It's intense.
people. Nah, man, people go to school and go crazy over them kids going to school going crazy over a chat or a post or anything. Like, I mean, as an adult, me, I'd be like, man, huh? But the kids, they go crazy over that shit. So it's like a different level of understanding. We'll probably have to have a teenager on here to have them break that shit down or how
Yeah,
they feel or view it. Because really, it's like you said, it's like we look at it from the outside looking in, saying like, okay, this is how we would have handled it. This is how we was brought up. But at the end of the day, that to understand how it feels to be bullied cyberly or to even bully someone, it's like if you ain't firsthand with that shit, you really want to understand it.
oh yeah,
Unless you're a
oh yeah,
kid. I mean, the kids, they tell us what it is and we get a good interpretation, but I don't know too many adults getting cyberbullied.
yeah. Me neither.
Does that happen to adults? I ain't gonna just single us out, but are we? Does that happen to adults?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
you
I
might
don't
be.
know.
If you're in a chat room, I guess if you're in the chat room and you talking crap about somebody, I guess that could make it like if we had a bunch of people in here and I kept talking crap about one person, is that cyberbullying? If we had like 5 people in here and I'm talking shit about one person, is that like cyberbullying, right? Adult or the adult version.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we
I
would
don't
have
know.
to have a teenager to break it down.
I don't know that
Because
might
I
that
heard
might be
what was it
considered
called? Memes or something? Make people mad.
memes.
Memes. There you
Yeah,
go. There it is. There it is. I know it's something.
they don't even call them that no more. They use another word. It ain't memes no more. It's TikToks.
Oh yeah. See,
It's
I
something.
do TikTok. I am on TikTok.
It's something else. It's such another word.
On
Sabrina said
Tanya
it
page.
earlier.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
give
know
me
what
one. All right, Gage. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead and sign on out. All
all
right, y'all.
right.
Thanks for tuning in, and we shall post our next when she will be joining me. Or should I do a woman's edition? Nah, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. All right, we shall be back to y'all, and y'all have a good night. Bye.